He'll be fine.
He doesn't know.
Okay. So this is Paddy, right?
Yeah, Paddington.
Okay. Hey, I'm Marisa Levitt from Magic Hands Horseworks, and this is Paddington, and today we're going to do the horse yoga, the Holistic Horseworks horse yoga. So we're going to start off, I think, with the leg circles, and then we're going to move ourselves backwards, and then we're going to finish with carrot stretches. And the reason we do that is because we don't want to argue with him while we do this and the carrots. So the first thing we're going to do is the leg circles, and the leg circles is going to address any issues through here in ribs 2 to 7, and it also is very good for girthy horses. If you come to your horse and you try and saddle him and they try to bite you or kick you, it's usually because there's issues in here. And so if you do the leg circles and the drunken horse pose, you help relieve some of those issues. So to do this, you pick the foot up. Come, mister. Give me your foot. Cool. So you pick the foot up and you hold it there and you make sure it's nice and relaxed. And then you bring it up and you put it on your hip. You keep it relaxed. You take it to the point where you can feel that it's as far as you can take it. You put it on your hip and you circle up. And the circle movement is up and over to the middle of the horse, to the sternum, right? So you bring it up and you can feel he's getting tight there. So I back off a little bit and I do it just a bit off from where he's tight, and then you go over and you feel that the tightness over time will just release and let go. And so I do that sort of 5 to 10 times, nice and gentle. And then you turn yourself to face into the horse. You bring your foot onto your toe and your knee forward. You let go of his foot and you slip it off. Okay, into the drunken horse pose. And that then relaxes and releases all of this. The other thing you can do, sometimes when they really want to stretch that out, they would just hang there. But in his case, he's not really wanting to stretch it out. So you don't need to do that. But over time, as he starts to get more movement in his shoulders, he'd be happy to stand there like that. Okay? And so we'll do that both sides. So we're just going to hold it nice and comfortable. Bring it as far as you can. Stick it on a hip. Do the circles. He's still a bit tight there when I get him up to the top there. He's a bit tight. So I'm just going to back off. Keep it nice and small and soft and relaxed. Push it over a little bit more. Push it over a little more. At this point I can move the foot forwards a bit more too. So we can clear that leg. Take it over and let it go down. Okay? So that's the leg circles. Then we're going to come to the back here. If your horse is safe to do so, you will stand behind them. If it's not safe to do so, you'll stand off to the side. But what you want to do is find these two spots here. So there's various trigger points along here. You don't want to push those trigger points because you don't want him to hollow his back. You want to stretch the back. So you want to get the right trigger points. So to get the right trigger points, you bring your hands to the tail docks here, and you sort of have that angle between there and there. And where your fingertips end up, that's where you go. And you scratch a little bit, and he rolls up a little bit. And you scratch a bit more, and he rolls up a bit more. And you scratch a bit more, and you roll up. And you let him roll up all the way to the withers. Okay? You can see that? But he's not standing very well. Come on, take a step forwards. Take a step forwards. Just ask him to take a step forwards. He says, there we go, that'll do. That's better. So now he's straight. He's got a nice straight back, and he's nice straight through to his ears. So we're going to ask him to do it again. Come on, you can do it. Roll up and hold, and roll up and hold, and roll up and hold, and roll up and hold. And that helps to stretch out. That helps to stretch out the rib cage, and it helps to engage the core. Okay. The next one we're going to do is the tail pull. Now, when you do the tail pull, if his tail is hanging there at that angle, you want to pull down at that angle. You don't want to bring the tail up here and pull, because that's going to be uncomfortable. Okay. So you get him down there, but you want to have these legs squared up So we're going to ask him to take a step. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come. A bit more. A bit more. A bit more. Come on. Come on. Come on, take that step, mister. Hey, come on. There we go. Good boy. That's a bit better. It's not perfect, but it's better. So you come down at that angle and you lean back. And what happens is you engage his core and everything, and he leans forwards and he pulls against you. And so you just hang there. And you should be hanging there for about 2 minutes. So what I do is I relax my lower back and get a nice stretch as well. Okay, and when he's had enough, we stop, and he gets an itch. All right, we help him scratch his itch. So once you've done that, then you come and you do the belly lifts. So the belly lifts, you want to just push him back a bit. Come, take a step back. There we go. Good boy. We scratch in the middle here, and we scratch there, and he lifts. Can you guys see the lifting? Mm-hmm. All right, and we hold. And then we scratch a bit more, and we hold. And we scratch a bit more, and we hold. And we scratch a bit more, and we hold. Okay, and that helps him to lift this top line. When we're done with that, we can do the carrot stretch. Because now, after all that work, and he should be able to stretch to his stifle. No, I'm not going to let you have it. There we go. All right. And then we do the same to the other side. So if they're not used to it, I usually just start here, give them a nibble, then I go a bit further back until they're used to it. Once they get used to it, they'll quite easily stand here and stretch all the way to there. It's quite obvious that he's not used to it. Come on. Come on. You want to... Oh, I've got a piece for her. There we go, to the stifle. Beautiful, Dan. Oh, he can do it to this side. Okay, so when you start to get to the point where he stretches easily and happily, the day he can't stretch there, then you know you've got to look at the opposite side shoulder and neck for stiffness. Okay, that's it. That's your yoga.